Good morning. From today onwards, we shall say the prayer together, okay? Don't repeat after me, just join me. Sahana bhavatu Sahana bhunaktu Sahaviyam karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavai Om Shanti 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 Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Mritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Nice, well done. So in my last prayer meeting, I told you something about the education philosophy of Swami Vivekananda. It's not over yet. There are many quotes on education of Swamiji. I won't be able to cover all of them. You please go through the other quotes on your own. Today, we shall take up one more quote. Please see page number 19. The first quote in the page. Education is not the amount of information that is put into your brain and runs right there and digested all your life. We must have life-building, man-making, character-making assimilation of ideas. If you have assimilated 5 ideas and made them your life and character, you have more education than any man who has got by heart a whole library. So education is not the amount of information that is put into your brain and runs right there, undigested all your life. Today, if I just see our society, educated people seem to be more confused than uneducated or illiterate. That is because of indigestion of the information that we gather in our schools and colleges. So education means information, accumulate more information. This much of syllabus. The books keep increasing in as you grow older, bigger book, bigger book, bigger book. So people are too busy, consuming information and cramming the brains with information. And so much of information is crammed, packed there in the brain. You can't process it to your advantage. And also, all the great people, all the original people, all the great genius in the world, they say, the conventional system of education that we follow all across the world, not only in India, destroys the 75% of the natural intelligence of the human being. మనం ఏదైతే విద్యను నేర్చుకుంటున్నామో స్కూల్స్లో కాదు, ఆ విద్యే మనకి సహజంగా భగవంతుడు ఏదైతే ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ ఇచ్చాడో 75% ఆఫ్ ద ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ని నాశనం చేస్తాడు. దట్ మీన్స్ యూ వోంట్ బి ఏబుల్ టు థింక్ క్లియర్లీ. We lose clarity because too much of information is packed into the minds, thinking that information is education. సమాచార సేకరణే విద్య అనుకోని. Education is not, that's why Swamiji is saying, not the information that you pack there in a brain. Clear thinking education means that will come only when you're allowed time to think, to reflect, to pause, to meditate on things, to observe above all. Albert Einstein said, I wonder how curiosity survives the formal education. I wonder how curiosity survives formal education. ఈ విద్యను నేర్చుకోవడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే ఆల్వేస్ యూఆర్ ప్రీఆక్యుపైడ్ విత్ సమ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ సిలబస్. 1 yearలో ఇంత సిలబస్ పెడతారు, ఆ సిలబస్ కంప్లీట్ చేయాలని టీచర్స్ హరీలో ఉంటారు. విద్యార్థులు ఏం చేస్తారు, తప్పకుండా ఈ సిలబస్ అంతా బట్టి పట్టాలి, మీరు ఎగ్జామినేషన్ వస్తున్నాయి కాబట్టి. సో దాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాసెస్ కంటిన్యూస్ ఫర్ నియర్లీ 15 years వేర్ యు ఆర్ నాట్ అలౌడ్ టైమ్ టు థింక్ ఫర్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్. అసలు మన గురించి మనం ఆలోచించడానికి, చుట్టుపక్కల పరిస్థితులను గమనించడానికి కూడా టైం ఇవ్వట్లేదు. So that's why Albert Einstein made this statement. I wonder how curiosity survives formal education. అంటే ఆ ఇంక్విసిటివ్నెస్, జిజ్ఞాస, క్యూరియాసిటీ, అబ్జర్వేషన్, ఇన్సైట్స్ అది పోతుంది. మనం అబ్జర్వ్ చేయట్లేదు. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి, చాలా మంది పరధ్యానంగా కనపడతారు రోడ్డు మీద. దే ఆర్ లాస్ట్ ఇన్ దిర్ ఓన్ థాట్, లైక్ హాఫ్ మ్యాడ్. దే ఆర్ నాట్ క్లినికల్లీ సర్టిఫైడ్ యాజ్ మ్యాడ్, బట్ ద కైండ్ ఆఫ్ హాఫ్ మ్యాడ్. సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. వాళ్ళ ఏదో చెప్పుకుంటున్నారు. దే ఆర్ మటరింగ్ సంథింగ్ టు దెమ్సెల్వ్స్. వాళ్ళు ఏదో మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నారు. That kind of population, actually, number has gone up these years, last 5, 6 years, or 10 years, if you just see. Observation is not there. And you are lost in your own thought. You are not observing things around. And what is the purpose of education? That's why all these great people, original people, what they want, a different kind of education, but that's not happening, unfortunately. So, yesterday I was in an interview. Last Sunday we conducted a All India test on the glory of Indian civilization. There is a book by name The Lectures from Colombo to Almora. Swamiji, after his triumphal return from the West, actually landed in Colombo in 1897. From Colombo to Almora, there's a book, Lectures from Colombo to Almora. He had given a series of lectures, 28 lectures. Just 4 lectures we picked up and conducted a contest across India. So last Sunday, online contest on 4 lectures only. So 55,000 people had applied, 30,000 people took the test, young people, intellectually bright. 150 students, we called them for the interview, all from IITs, IIMs, NITs, central universities, and other premier institutes of the country. ఫస్ట్ 150 అంతా వాళ్ళే ఉన్నారు. ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ జరుగుతున్నాయి ఇప్పుడు. నిన్న 3rd day, టుడే యాక్చువల్లీ ది 4th day. ఒక అమ్మాయి, షీ యాక్చువల్లీ వాజ్ బోర్న్ అండ్ బ్రాట్ అప్ ఇన్ ఉగాండా. ఇండియన్ పేరెంట్స్ ఓన్లీ, అక్కడ పుట్టి పెరిగింది, స్కూల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అక్కడే చేసింది. సో అవర్ judges asked her, interview panel asked her one question. You have seen Uganda, African country, and also India. So what do you find? What is the difference between Ugandans and Indians as a race? I thought actually she would give a positive reply, but to my shock and surprise and astonishment, she said, their people are very straightforward. They are pure at heart. When they say something, they mean it. But in India, I see people are cunning, split personalities. నాకు కొంచెం షాక్ అనిపించింది. రైట్, మరి అబ్జర్వేషన్. ఆఫ్టర్వర్డ్స్ ఐ స్టార్టెడ్ థింకింగ్, అబ్జర్వేషన్ ఎందుకు అట్లా నిజమేనా అని. ఎస్, షీ వాజ్ రైట్. Africans are not as intelligent as we are as a race, I'm telling you. Our intelligence levels of the Indians is very high. But intelligence, if it's not backed by enough heart, it tends to become cunning. We tend to become more diplomatic. I know that actually this is a bit hurting, but that's a fact. మన ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సిస్టంలో మన ఫోకస్ అంతా ఏంటంటే బ్రెయిన్ మీద పెట్టినాం, కల్టివేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇంటలెక్ట్. హార్ట్ వి నెగ్లెక్ట్ టోటలీ. That's the reason actually we need to redefine our educational objectives, and the focus should be more on helping the child expand his or her heart. చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి పరోపకారం చేయించాల. We have to help the child actually. You have a responsibility towards your country. You have a responsibility towards fellow human beings. By engaging them actually in selfless activities and by giving credits for that, you can help the child expand his heart. But what is happening in our education system, if you just see, there are 50 students in a class, 5-10 students will be scoring above 90. Okay? We brand them as the geniuses, intellectual people, or intelligent people. And the teachers will lionize them. ఆ 10% బాగా చదువుతున్న పిల్లలు ఎవరైతే ఉన్నారో వాళ్ళని లయనైజ్ చేయడం మొదలు పెడతారు. ఓకే? And when you lionize the 10% of the people, what happens? You are actually disheartening. You are causing actually disappointment to the 90% of the people in the class. A 90% slowly they get demotivated. Okay? ఈ 10% మీద దృష్టి పెట్టి వీళ్ళు బాగా చదువుతారు, వీళ్ళంటే బ్రైట్ స్టూడెంట్స్, మిగతా వాళ్ళంతా ముద్దబ్బాయిలు అన్నప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? ఆ 90% actually they tend to get demotivated. That's one thing. They have their own genius, they have their own intellect, they have their own talents, but in other areas. But our education system is very narrow. Our ecosystem in our schools is very narrow. Only academics, only academics. You may be interested in something else, but do you provide platform for that, to express their genius in that field? No, our platform is very narrow. This way, we need to diversify the educational ecosystem. Our ecosystem should be broad. The problem is, because of that, the 10% of the students who are really bright, academically, what they learn is, all these are my competitors. The rest of the 90%, I have no responsibility towards them. they become successful in life, they grow up in life, they get into IITs, RIMs, or actually they might, become very wealthy, very rich, and they may occupy positions of power in the society, but they won't feel for the fellow human beings because all these years I have been told only to compete with them. And by excluding them, actually, I have become successful in life. But whereas the education goal should be to include all as part of you. మిగతా వాళ్ళందరినీ నీలో కలుపుకుపోగలగాలి. You have to integrate yourself with the rest of the life. That is education. But we are just teaching the opposite. By asking one person to compete with others, you are just asking them to eliminate others, to exclude others. And you give this kind of education system, automatically you'll be very intelligent. You'll become very sharp, but very narrow in heart. Because that feeling, that expansion, that inclusion of other life as part of your life has not been thought. And that's the reason actually you tend to become a bit cunning and diplomatic. You have too much of intelligence, but too less of a heart. You're intellectually very sharp, but your heart is very narrow. Your intelligence will turn against you, will work against you. You may reach a high position in the society. You may have money, you may have everything, but still you won't be happy from within you because you have not expanded your heart. You have not learned to include others as part of your own life. This is just the reverse we are doing, unfortunately, but still we have not figured it out. Why I'm telling this, ఇంకా మనకు అర్థం కాలేదు. Yes, we are very intelligent at the same time. My observation correct? Okay, we are little tend to become cunning, tend to become diplomatic, and also the population pressure is there coupled to this. దానివల్ల ఏమనిపోతుందంటే మిగతా వాళ్ళందరినీ పోటీదారులుగా చూడటం నేర్చుకున్నాం. All others are my competitors. For my survival, I need to exclude them. This is a very wrong and crude understanding of the fundamentals of life. The sooner we correct this distortion, the better for us and for our country. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day, Amma.